hey gang, it's me, Doug Gavoni from the firm Real Estate Group, and we're doing it. This is it, the first episode of the program. Thank you for joining me. If you are seeing me for the first time, I am Doug Gavoni, a realtor from the South Shore of Massachusetts, a magical land which you must experience for yourself one day. Listen, it's going to be a quick hit. I know there's plenty of videos to watch, and our attention spans are relatively short. We're going to talk real estate knowledge. We're going to talk about the market. We're going to do a little Q&A action, and we're going to plug some local businesses. We're going to have fun with it. If you ever have any questions for me, anything that you want to know, requests, queries, regrets, shoot them my way, and we can talk about them here on Hey Gang. With that being said, it's a little awkward. We are just a few seconds into the first episode here, and I hate to announce that I've already sold out. I sold out to Big Pharma because look around. This clearly costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. So just a quick break. Here's just a commercial from my friends. Be back right after these messages. I needed to make a move. I was disappointed, aggravated.
I was confused. Why am I holding a pool float?
That's when I found Realtor. Realtor is the #1 treatment for real estate-related difficulty and frustration. Those using Realtor have reported buying, selling, and investing, with some users of Realtor completing a transaction within 4 to 6 weeks. Users of Realtor see enhanced productivity, less headaches, and reduced stress. Side effects include house guests that refuse to leave and hosting holidays that get political because of your drunk uncle. Do not use cheap knockoff brands of Realtor as they can lead to anxiety, depression, nausea, and vomiting. If you begin to hallucinate, do not be alarmed. You're probably just watching a pharmaceutical commercial. I mean, really, there's some weird stuff in these. Tell your mortgage lender that you are using Realtor. Ask your local real estate physician, Doug Gavoni, about Realtor, the key to your next step towards a beautiful life. Realtor, a Doug Gavoni company. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're excited because I know I am. This is the part where I give you information and maybe even education about real estate. I know, I'm freaking out too. Full disclosure, I did have a whole thing prepared for this. It was the sprawling opus, this masterwork of statistical analysis. It was really something. And the vision in my head was you weeping tears of joy as you soaked this analysis into your bones, and it changed your very understanding of the society itself. But the truth is I was halfway through producing it and it was dreck. It was boring and it was sleep-inducing. So once I pulled my head out of a pile of drool, or a puddle of drool, you can't pile drool, it's a puddle of drool. That's when I decided to boil it down a little bit. In the previous clip I posted to tell you that Hey Gang was happening, I had mentioned that in 2026, I am projecting what should probably, hopefully be a stable real estate market. Now I say probably and hopefully because we never know what's going to happen. I am no sayer of sooth. I am no psychic. Nobody knows if, a crazy event is around the corner. So with that being said, in Q4, in the 3 counties that I do my business in, Plymouth County, Norfolk County, and Bristol County, this is all South Shore, Massachusetts. I'm sorry if this is boring for my Scandinavian listeners or viewers. I'm just going to bomb through it real quick. In those 3 counties, sale prices stagnated. Actually, the average price was within $10,000, which is, almost nothing in the grand scheme of things in Massachusetts real estate. Just so you know, that median price was about $650. I don't put much stock in that as far as where the market is. What I do put stock in is this: days on market and list price versus what a house actually sells for. Days on market on average are up 7 days from where they were. Back during, the crazy times with COVID, the seller's market, values going up 40 to 50%, lines like Taylor Swift concerts outside of open houses. Houses were gone in about 2 seconds. To see a house on the market for more than a week was almost unfathomable. We're at the point right now where while stuff still does move first weekend if it's priced appropriately, there are people who, think we're still on the incline and their houses have sat for, say, a month, maybe even 2 months, bringing that average up. So 7 more days on market doesn't sound like a lot, but in real estate, when the first 14 days are pivotal, 7 days is actually a lot of time. And also with list price versus actual sale price, houses were going for 50K over, 75K over, 100K over, during that crazy COVID sellers market. We're at a point right now where if somebody lists their house, they're getting on average 97 to 98% of what they're asking for. Now, what that says to me is this. Values are still high. I mean, they went up for 15 years and they have only now leveled off. They're staying pretty much where they are, but buyers have a little bit more wiggle room to ask for a little bit less. And not everything is going for over asking now. What we have on our hands right now is a healthy market. We still have those big values. If you're looking to buy something and you have something to sell, you have a chip in the game. Your house is still going to sell for a great price. But on the buy side, if you see something that you like that's been sitting for a few weeks, you might have a little bit of leverage. A problem that we had in the market for honestly the last 15 years has been inventory. People see that houses go up and down, especially the last 5 years, like they come on market and they disappear. They're scared that if they put their house on the market, there's not going to be something to buy. A lot of those people have not dared to put their house on the market. I think just from looking at the numbers and also just from talking to other realtors and just, clients, people on the street, I feel like the buzz is a lot more people are finally going to go on market after waiting. Their families have grown. They've wanted to downsize for a long time. Maybe they've wanted to move out of state. I think that we're going to have a really, really healthy time. And if you're thinking about making a move, I think now is a great time to do it, which brings me to my last point, interest rates. Interest rates are now below 6. At their highest, they were almost at 8. At their lowest during the aforementioned COVID mania, they were in the 3s, and that's why people were going crazy. And then when they doubled, the market basically stopped for a little while. Right now, rates have come down. Payments are a lot more manageable than they were. This leads to the Doug Gavoni lock it in, golden seal of approval. Take this as the gospel no matter what the market is. Don't try to time out your purchase according to interest rate. All that matters is affordability. If you can afford a house right now at the current rate and you can get what you want, you can downsize, upgrade, move away, buy your first place. If you can afford that number that the mortgage payment's going to be, then go for it. If you wait for the rates to lower, you may miss out on a great opportunity. And if rates lower, there's going to be crazy competition. Here's the thing. If you buy now, you can just refi when the rates do go down. You'll have your house and then you can also have your rate. If rates went back up, which I don't think they're gonna, but like I said, I am no sayer of sooth. We don't know. If those rates go back up, you're just going to regret not making a move now. So all that matters to me for you is that number as far as affordability is concerned. Lock that into your mind forever. That is an eternal evergreen fact. Needless to say, buying, selling, investing, if you're thinking about doing it, talk to a professional. Hey, I'm a professional. I'm an easy guy to find. Call me, DM me, smoke signals, whatever you want to do. With that being said, let's go to the Q&A. See, you're still with me. They said people have short attention spans, but if we talk about stuff that's relevant, babe, we can talk all day. Let's go. Right now, let's get a little lighthearted with it. I reached out to my followers on the interwebs, and I said, hello, interweb followers. I said, I want to do a little Q&A segment on this little Pardue that we're having here. And boy, oh boy, what a rousing response I got. One question. I got one question. My goal is maybe we could make it 2 next week. I don't know. A boy can dream. Am I right? This question is from George Z of Pembroke, and it wasn't so much a real estate question as much as a personal question. He said, Doug, love the podcast or whatever this is. He didn't say that. All right, you know what? Let me just quote him. George said, where'd you get the wig? And I told him on clearance. And then I said, wait a second. This beautiful head of hair is mine, baby. You can't buy something like this in a store. All right. I might cut it off. My wife told me this morning that when I woke up, it was a little curly and I looked like a labradoodle. So I'm rethinking things. But George, to answer your question, is it a wig? No, it's not. This is 100% Doug Gavoni, baby. So If I do decide to cut it short, I will bag it and I will give it to you, George. You can have it. Some say this is a midlife crisis, and by some, I mean my 12-year-old daughter. Don't worry about it. If this is as bad as it gets, we're doing all right. If you see me with a long earring, saying things are bussin', at that point, maybe we should have an intervention. So yeah, that's it. That's the Q&A. I'd like an actual real estate question next time. And not from you, George Z. You're ridiculous. You're a ridiculous man. I just want to give a quick shout out to a local business, okay? Here's my thing. All I've seen as soon as my cognitive capacity was there for the outside world, mergers and acquisitions. That's all it's been. These companies eat each other until they become gigantic. And one day we get to a point where it's Walmart, it's Target, and man, woman, and child, we're all wearing Cat and Jack. Who are we at that point? This is why we need to support local business. I have so many that I love, so many that I respect, but I got to say this. A dentist is a hard thing to find if you're looking for a good one. There's a lot of bad ones out there. And I've been lucky in love. I've been lucky in career. I've been lucky in friends. I've been lucky. I'm a very blessed guy. But in dentists, not so much. I had one guy, he was drunk. He put the Novocaine needle in the back of my mouth. And you know what he did? He fell forward and then to the left. It wasn't great. I had another guy, he walked in. It's like 6'10". Should have seen the hands on this guy. Like bananas. It was like 2 bunches of Chiquita bananas. And he's got to do a crown on my back molar. Didn't go well. Which brings me to my point. This is an unsolicited advertisement. And if the wonderful people at Niemeyer Dentistry find that setup to be, questionable, I'm sorry. I just want to let you know I'm leading with love. Niemeyer Dentistry is the best dentist in the world. There, I said it. Sounds like hype, not hype. I go to Dr. Joanne Mangano. I walked in there. I was a mess, a hopeless case. You know what she did? She fixed up this face. I haven't felt 1 nanosecond of pain walking in that place. They numb me up nice. They ask me how I'm doing while we're doing the thing. The dentist I went to before was like the plastic surgeon who put the Joker back together in the Batman. You remember that? In 1989 Batman? These are horrible places. This place, clean as a whistle. Melissa, the dental hygienist, or the dental assistant, I should say. Izzy, the hygienist, is fantastic. They're all great. The girls at the front desk are amazing. They take fantastic care of you. And when I go to the dentist, I'm happy to go see my friends. Lunacy. I sent them cookies. I sent the dentist cookies. Mixed signals, sugar to the dentist. I didn't care. I wanted to express my love. So if you're looking for a new dentist and you're tired of your giant dentist with Chiquita banana hands, go to Niemeyer Dentistry in Duxbury on Tremont St. I love them. I co-sign them. Shout out to Niemeyer Dentistry. Listen, thank you for hanging with me. This podcast, this show, this is going to evolve. We're going to have guests. We're going to do different things. We're probably going to have skits. I don't know what's going to happen. But you know what? We're going to grow together. We take chances. We have fun. If you've hung with me this long, especially my people from Scandinavia who suffered through the South Shore real estate analysis, I thank you. And just like, comment, subscribe, follow, tell your friends to come. Let's make this a thing. And I really want you to submit questions, and I want to make this a dialogue thing, and I want to have a lot of fun with it. So let's rock it out, baby. We got one life to live. We might as well have some fun with it. And of course, most importantly, when it comes to real estate, if you need a professional, I am a professional. And, my job is to get you the most money for your house and the most house for your money. And I care. I am not jaded. I love this business, and, buying or selling anything in life is a big step. And, trust me to be part of your journey. That's all I got for now. Oh, that's a lie. Shout out my 2 recent sales, the Jennings family in Weymouth. Thank you for trusting me with selling your family home. It was an absolute pleasure to deal with you. And, I hope we do it again down the road. You were so polite and magnanimous with me. And, I hope you feel the same way. So thank you. And my friend Kim, my lovely friend Kim, one of the sweetest people I've ever met. We just sold her condo in Whitman, and she moved down to Florida. And as I look out the window and I see, these giant snowbanks, I think that if there's one more storm, I'm coming to live with you, Kim. So that's where we're at. So thank you very much to you. Appreciate your business. Appreciate you guys hanging out. We're going to make this more fun, more concise. We will evolve. Let's evolve together. Hit me with your questions. I'll see you soon, gang. Appreciate you.